matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's Friday. 11 o'clock. Boom. Ah, got it in, Bach. Got it in. Got it in. Bach, kind sir, how the heck are you?
I'm doing all right. I obviously got some breaking NBA news, and
what?
I'm just not sure my Celtics and Paul George was the. I mean, I think that was all part of this Philadelphia decision, so I'm not feeling any better about that trade today.
If you're the Knicks, you're a little angry.
Yeah.
How do you steal the headlines? Like, we just got the headlines, bro. We just got them. Leave us alone. Go to your hole. 402-464-5685. Sarah Heyman text line. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, and we include you and invite you in to be a part of the show and be a part of the conversation. Greatly appreciate. You can follow on all of the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 9. What's it, 961? What are we doing now? 961?
I believe so.
Yeah. Can we do that? So let me bounce back before we bounce forward. AD had shared with folks that he's got 2 shows left with the station. And as he's making the choice to move along, and I'll say this thing for people to understand who I am and who we are. I've never fired a host on this station. Bach, is that a first statement?
Yeah.
Right? I've never fired. And I've never chased anybody out. The reality is AD's got something really cool going on and happening. And we talked, and he's like, yeah, I just need to focus on my business. My business is growing. My business is expanding. And I've said this all along, that when they come to, especially in the last few years, I didn't control what happened before me, right? I didn't control what happened before I bought it. But in the programming sense, it's I want to give people a chance, an opportunity to do this thing that radio is. And it's not the podcast version of it, it's radio. And it's fan engagement, it's federal guidelines, it's being able to put shows and concepts and ideas together and do this one, and then share themselves with people in cars and on apps and then on laptops all over the country who happen to care about Nebraska, Lincoln, Husker athletics, Lincoln High School sports, etc. And the recent decisions, Nick got a great job offer. A fantastic job offer. And mind you, I would say this, Nick doesn't get that job offer 3 years ago without working at the Ticket first. AD's always been AD. AD's been traveling the country all along. And I said, AD, build yourself, build your thing, do your thing, and then come do radio. He was working 10 hours a week here at the Ticket. In season, it's 12 hours a week because you got, pre and post game shows, et cetera. But go do that and then do what you do. And he travels the country and he speaks, and then he's building his brand and he's doing that. That's what I want for everybody. That's literally what I want for everybody who works here. Now, I'll say this to you so you understand. So when Nick leaves and AD leaves, I have to have a plan for when this happens. So no matter what programming, what talent, what producer, person on the team moves along, what I would say is this. I'm a coach at heart. Bach, what do coaches say when a player gets hurt or a player is traded or a player retires?
Next man up.
Next man up. And as a coach, I know that. I know how. Listen, I have more years in this business than everybody at the station combined. Bach, is that a fair statement?
I have to add everybody up. It might be, but yeah, at least close. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the business isn't new to me. So I know to prepare. And remind you, when I got here, this station was running six hours live, local. We now do 18. When I got here, it was doing 5 days a week. We're doing 7, right? We're doing things that we haven't done. We're doing it in a way we haven't done it. We're covering events in full. We're covering local sports, local businesses, local events, national sports at the highest level, all over the place. So I better have a plan. But here's the thing. I'm almost sure, I am 99% sure that one-on-one will not exist in this time slot August 1st. Bach, is that a fair statement?
I've heard that might happen.
Right? Right? So here's what I'll say to folks. We will announce the new lineup for 93.7 The Ticket. We'll announce it Monday. Why? A couple of reasons. One, we need to. Two, we're heading into football season. We're heading into the season. And from August 1st until February, it's football. All sorts of football. It's sports, but this is when we hit the gear and when we're in our season. I would just say this to folks. Be sure to tune in Monday for the announcement. I think it'll be a pretty good announcement. I don't want anybody to leave here. I cheer them when they do because it means life is lifing for them. Like, it's a good thing. I'm also always prepared. Philly made the big trade and went and got Jaylen Brown. Bach, that's a move. Right?
Yes, at the expense of my Celtics.
Right? That's a move. as a Celtics fan, you don't have to like it because you want the Celtics to be top of basketball. But as a basketball fan, you have to tip your cap and go, fair enough. Well done. Well done. Because some might say that the Sixers took their situation and went and got the two biggest free agents available. Bach, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, or available players at
Right?
least, yeah.
They went and got two, right? They went and got two.
And all it took was trading Paul George.
Which borderline Hall of Fame career,
Yeah.
right?
Back end of it, yes.
Right? But still, right?
Yeah.
Popular, big name in the game, right? We know what the I would say that's how business is done. You lose somebody, make sure you have somebody. or know where you can get somebody. We did. So love AD. Gonna love AD. AD can walk in the door anytime he wants from this day forward. Swift from Lincoln, yes, we'll absolutely do another Brian the Philly segment. Wonderfully so. Thunder Night Collins, yes. You can trash talk LeBron. But can I say this to folks? You don't get bonus points. You don't get cool points for trash talking LeBron. LeBron's better at LeBron than most people are at who they are. Right? Like, I've never done anything as well as LeBron does LeBron.
No.
I've never done any, and I've done something pretty well. I've never done anything at the level. I have no idea what it would be like to be that athletic, to be that iconic, to be that professionally successful in the game of basketball. To build that kind of longevity. Listen, people hate on greatness. Like, that's if you're hating on not great, that's okay. Therapy. You're supposed to hate on greatness because that's what people do. Bach, is that fair?
Yeah, I always think if everybody's got an opinion on you, you must be doing something right.
Right. I don't like the Celtics. I hate on the Celtics because they're the Celtics. Right? That statement thing, the brand matters. I hate on the Cowboys because they're the star. I hate on them. If they were the Cleveland Browns, there'd be no reason for me to hate on them. Right? No, literally no reason. That's kind of how it works. So if you're hating on LeBron, I understand it. But the reality is, it is the biggest story in sports today. That hey, Bach, a multiple-time world champion, right?
Yeah.
How many world championships are we talking about?
Plus, yeah, 4 everywhere he's gone.
Right? Literally everywhere he's played, won a title. So, and if you said, let me give you the stats. 26.8 points a game last year. Hey, Bach, last year, 26.8. Hey, Bach, he averaged 7.5 rebounds last year. Hey, Bach, he averaged 7.5 assists a game last year. That would make him a Hall of Fame point guard, Bach. Right? 7.5 assists. There's some folks in the hall who play point guard and don't average 7.5 assists.
I do think you're looking at his postseason records numbers, but his regular season record numbers aren't far off.
Right. I mean, that's the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? And so if we said that he sucks, 4 NBA championships, 4 NBA Finals MVPs, 4 most valuable players, 22-time All-Star. 22 All-Star games.
He sucks.
13 times All-NBA first team. 4-time All-Second team. 4-time All-Third team. 5 times the All-NBA defensive first team. In a season, in 2020, he led the league in assists. He was the scoring champion in the year, all-rookie first team, rookie of the year, 75th anniversary team. Showed up for the 2024 Olympics to get a gold medal, right? Some would say that's a pretty what a patriot, right? Because he didn't have to. And if you're mad at LeBron and the stories, okay, be mad. It's a weird flex, but there are people that I hate on just as a sports fan because we can. Yeah, Texas. I don't need Iowa. So I understand that. But Iowa's not even LeBron. Iowa is the man. Who would you compare them to in the NBA? Who would you give that to?
Oh, boy, I don't know. The Grizzlies? I'm not sure.
Right. Somebody like they're good and a nuisance, but not a threat.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Who's never won an NBA title, but they've been pretty good? Like, I would be Cleveland before LeBron. Oh, the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, there you go.
The Utah Jazz. I was the Utah Jazz. So it's there. Joe B says this: would LeBron lead the league in embellishment penalties? I'm not sure he'd lead it now because it's a part of the game. And I don't like it. I think flopping is weird. But I just watched the World Cup, and NBA flopping needs to go to the Academy Award classes that World Cup soccer goes to, world level football goes to. Because my goodness gracious, those folks, that is some acting. That is some acting. I don't like flopping. I don't like flopping. And quite frankly, I'm not the LeBron fan, because if somebody asked me the question about GOATs, I'm still not sure LeBron's on Kobe's level when it comes to the Lakers.
Oof. I would disagree. But
to the Lakers.
Yeah.
To the Lakers.
To the Lakers. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, to the Lakers.
Yeah.
To the Lakers. Now, if I'll say this, if I'm building my team, I'm taking Kobe over LeBron anyway.
Yeah, better not have Smush Parker and a bunch of others there. I mean, there's been some ups and downs there too, but
no, but there's no planet, there's no universe where I'm taking drafting LeBron before I draft Kobe. I said what I said.
Well, the mentality, I'm sure.
I said what I said. Like on a team and playing a game of basketball, I would choose Kobe over. That's just me. As a basketball player, Jordan over Kobe and LeBron, and it's really the thing. There are guys, Larry Bird. I want Bird on my team. As a matter of fact, I would take Bird before LeBron. Now, it's not that long of a list. I think centers get their own discussion. But I'm not sure anybody else, like I wouldn't take Dirk before him. I wouldn't take KG for LeBron. I just wouldn't do it. I think because the four position is so tough, I might take Tim Duncan before I took LeBron. Maybe. Don't know. What does that make sense? Am I?
Yeah. I mean, these are all like you said, there's not a long list. There's some guys you can throw out there, but we're talking about the history of the NBA. There might be a handful.
Right.
And again, it can come down to preference. If somebody tells me they think LeBron James is the best, he's in the category. So, I mean, he's in that race. You could tell. I would believe you. And by the way, for all the hate that he gets, never once showed up had never done anything wrong. Nothing off the court.
Right.
In fact, built schools for children. Great dad, obviously. I mean, he's been able to raise his kids, get him to the NBA.
It's the Philly thing where you go, bro, you threw snowballs at Santa Claus? Like that's like it's what did Cat Williams say? You mad at breakfast? You woke up mad? Like that's and again, I understand why people don't like LeBron. for whatever reason, because you don't need a reason to hate whoever you hate. Hate is just, in sports, it's more personality and it's, what you identify as. But who's the player? If we remove LeBron from the conversation, who is the player, the player who gets the most hate after LeBron? Because LeBron's the king of hate, right?
It's not even particularly close.
Right?
That's why I'm having to think.
Right.
For a number 2.
Right.
Number 1's so obvious.
Yeah. So who's number 2?
KD?
How do you hate KD?
Yeah.
KD don't bother anybody. KD, listen, KD would just as soon, hey, man, if I don't have to talk to anybody, I'm cool. Let me go ball.
Well, I think it's just the ultimate. What people get mad about LeBron is the same thing you'd be mad about KD, is the competitive level. That's why a lot of people want to stick to Kobe and Michaels. They stayed on one team. They fought for that team. Now, Kobe at one time wanted off the league. Things could have played out differently, but that's why KD gets more hate than anything. Is his biggest competitor, he jumped ship to them and went to go win rings with them.
But he also doesn't get the choice. You do realize that there were 4 generations of athletes who could not choose who they played for. Right?
Right. The player movement era.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So the one thing you would want as a professional is the ability to move.
Yeah, but if you're going to, I get that. But he could have picked out almost anywhere else outside of going to the team that's already the champions. And
why would you, though?
Well, because you want to win your own, you want to prove it yourself.
No, we're talking professional.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what's rubbing people the wrong way, I'm sure, here about LeBron, too, is this is a ring chasing move. This is the best place to win. This isn't like winning it on your own.
What's wrong with chasing rings?
If you want to be, again, it's fine. And a lot of guys at the end of their career want to do that and take less money. But if they win a ring here and he's the 4th leading scorer, that does not equate to any one of Michael Jordan's championships.
Okay, but who's the best player in college football right now?
Maybe Jeremiah Smith.
Okay. So what if Jeremiah Smith said, I'm transferring to Nebraska. I want to help them win a championship. What do you think Buckeye fans are going to say to him? You're an idiot. That's what they would say. But he would have every right to say that. Now, if Price Sanford said, I'm leaving Nebraska and I want to go play for whoever the most prominent Duke.
Right.
Does that mean he's ring chasing, or do you think that he wants to play and have the experience of playing in the Final Four or the ACC tournament or playing in Cameron Indoor Arena or making the most money for playing basketball or figuring what it's like to wear that uniform and meet all the people that brotherhood would give him, right? Because there's a different alumni brotherhood of playing at Duke than there is at Nebraska. Fair?
Yeah, he had to make that decision. Did he want to be the number 1 on a team, or did he want to go ring chasing?
Well, but here's the thing: it's people who don't win rings who use the term ring chase.
I wouldn't say that.
Tell me when a player in the NBA, active in the NBA, called another NBA player a ring chaser.
Well, you have Chuck and Shaq go back and forth. No,
active player. An active player. Chuck, ring chase. You forget, he went to Phoenix, bro. He started in Philly. He went to Phoenix and Houston. Let's not, listen, history is real. There's real evidence that when people talk about the thing that they want to do, remember the reality is Elvin Hayes wanted to play a certain place and then he had to move. Jordan finished with the Wizards not because he didn't like.
Why didn't he join the Lakers?
Because he wouldn't get ownership with the Lakers.
Well, right, but I'm saying if he would have done that, that would have been closer to this move from LeBron.
Well, but here's the thing: the Lakers bus was not going to. He's already in that pool. Jordan with the Lakers is different than Jordan with the Wizards. Jordan with the Wizards. Listen, he stood right next to Wes Unseld. Because that's the only two people in the room. The only two people who could be in that room are Jordan and Wes Unseld with the Wizards. That's it. There's nobody else. The Lakers, he's got to fight Kareem, Magic, Wilt. Like, he's got to go through. And Magic was already in the room. Magic was already in on the ownership trajectory. Magic had a better relationship already with the Bust family. Nobody had that relationship with the Wizards ownership.
Well, right. I think the ownership part of it. Obviously, it's not a direct correlation, so that's a different. I'm just saying I wouldn't try to take words out of people's mouths or a vocabulary. I mean, it's part of sports vocabulary is ring tape, and you can see it. It's not made up.
No. I agree with the principle that there are people who decide that, quite frankly, when it's time for me to go, I want to move up. Like, I'm not going to make a change from all of my comfort and all of my knowledge and experience to go somewhere that's less together than where I am. You in your head, there are people. Some just want to leave. Like, I'm just out, right? Those relationships. Scottie Pippen was like, I don't care. It's not going to be better for me anywhere else, but I just cannot deal with this general manager. And that's the thing that happens. But that general manager aspect happens all the time. It happened in baseball. How do you break up the Oakland A's? How do you break up the Bash Brothers? How do you break up the Big Red Machine? How does Dave Parker end up in Cincinnati? It happens in every sport, and it just kind of evolves. I'm really cool with, Dylan Brooks it's a great pull as the next most hated. That's a great pull. I fully get that people will be upset by people who move to everybody's bandwagon jumping, right? Like, and because we don't like it from fans. We don't like it when fans bandwagon. But here's this thing. There are people who are LeBron fans that are now going to become Sixer fans after being Lakers fans, Heat fans, Cavalier fans, because they're LeBron fans. And that makes sense. Kevin Durant is a DC kid. We're still mad at him for not having come home to DC. But it makes all the sense in the world. It makes all the sense in the world. I loved it. Again, for whatever reason. Okay, Bach, here's the question before we go to break. If LeBron, crinkle your nose, bewitched style, and LeBron picks the Celtics. Is he
the team that he said he absolutely wouldn't pick?
Is he ring chasing? Yes.
I don't know.
Bach, if he chose,
if LeBron joins the Celtics, I don't know if the Celtics are the favorites. I think the 76ers are the favorites now, and that's the stage of LeBron's career has been. I don't want to come out as the anti-LeBron guy. I've been sticking up for him half this segment, but I also like you. I mean, he's not my favorite player. But I recognize him as all-time great. I mean, I think there are choices that could have been, like, if he went to Miami, again, similar thing. I think they might be the favorites, but maybe not by as much. I mean, I think this was the move to win a title, and I'm fine with that.
Especially if Jaylen Brown so there's no trade. Jaylen Brown, and it's Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
Well,
right? Right? And then LeBron says at the end of the season, as soon as the final Lakers game is over, he says, I want to play with Tatum and Brown.
Yeah.
They're, again, the same. Some people would be okay. Some people wouldn't.
But I think, too, the other thing to recall is this is the stage of his career. He's not the best player in the NBA anymore. So
neither was Kevin Garnett when he helped the Celtics. Neither was Ray Allen when he helped the Celtics. Neither was Shaq when he helped.
Well, right. But if you're saying, hey, he should have went to, like you said, Utah or something, and to win it on his own, that wouldn't have been like they're not going to win it.
Nobody at the end of their career is ready and prepared to carry a franchise. Nobody wants to do that. Tom Brady went to Tampa because they had bodies. He had the best defense and a coordinator that was going to let him play the way he wanted to play. That's what late decision for legends is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is there's no like it's you could say he's ring chasing, and to a degree he is. And again, I think he could have made some different decisions to make it less that way. But at this stage of his career, What should he do? Shouldn't he go try to win a ring? Like, what else should he do?
He should play in the best place for him. The best scenario for him. One, are there players that you want to play with? Are there coaches you want to play for? Are there cities you want to live in and play in? Right? Because you got to do business. LeBron's got to do different. You need a big city that can handle LeBron, right? All the business deals, all of the endorsements. Like, if you're walking into a place, what do you have? Now, listen, Philly's got a pretty cool thing going on right now. Like, you got the Eagles, who are perennially 1A, 1B in the NFC for favorites. There's Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and the Philadelphia Phillies, and then the Eagles for whatever version you want, and now the 76ers. That's not a terrible thing to do. That's not a terrible place to be. Like, I'm cool with that. And for folks who've never been to Philly, you want to talk about being a hero in a sports town, Philly's pretty high on the list of where you want to be a hero. So, first break, one-on-one. We're going 2 hours a day. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white truck, you know the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built upon hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Remember your first Salt Dogs game? Maybe it was a class trip out on the berm, or date night with actual fireworks, or team building that didn't feel like work at all. For 25 seasons, Haymarket Park remains Lincoln's place for firsts like these, the kind that last. Because it's more than a baseball game. It's the joy of being here together. These are the traditions that bring us home. So here's to you, Lincoln. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate. Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back. Lock. DP, One-on-One. Text line's busy. Couple of things, right? It's simple in that I don't have skin in the game or a dog in the fight when it comes to LeBron. As a basketball player, he's one of the 10 greatest to ever lace up tennis shoes. I would say that he's in the top 10 players currently. Even at his age, LeBron has value, NBA value. I mean, if you're averaging 25.7 rebounds, 7 assists, that's a very short list, right? Bach, how many players this season? See if you can find that out. How many players this season averaged over 25 points? 7. What was LeBron's?
Well, again, LeBron averaged during the regular season like 20 points, but still,
what was
20.9.
So if we said averaging 20.7 rebounds, 7 assists.
Yeah, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. But
Okay.
I can go look. I don't think there's many.
Put those numbers in.
Yeah,
and tell me how many players there were in 2026. Dave Braska says this: Lakers, Yankees, Cowboys, Leafs, and Longhorns all suck. Yeah, there's certain teams and players that we can sink our teeth into as haters. And by hate in the sports fan lexicon, it's not actual hate. It's, yeah, I'm just rooting against you because you're my rival. You're not my enemy. You're my rival. There are people who border on enemy, and they look at it sort of as the enemy. But no, they're rivals, or at least your least favorite opponent, right? And it's players that you want to watch play and players you don't want to watch play. But yeah, Dan, I'll stand 10 toes down to say that LeBron is washed up. Again, 27-6. Not in any metric in the NBA is that washed up. So Bill Bennett says this: Philly fans get my vote for the worst in professional sports. Yeah, no debate there. Dan, he's won. He's won 4 titles. He's everywhere. He's won a title everywhere he played. If you can call LeBron a lot of things, you can't call him a loser. You can't. It just doesn't make sense. Lance is yelling Schwarber. Yeah, I mean, that's the Philly thing. That if you're the Phillies, I'm not sure the Phillies have ever been more popular than they are right now, especially in Philly. Like those Philly games, that's a party. That's a festival. Axel Foley goes, if regular Joes like me go to retire soon, I'm not trying to start a new business. I'm coasting out the door. Amen. Preach. Doug says SGA is probably the number 2 in the hate train. I don't know who the second most hated player in the NBA is. But here's the thing. So is the top 2 players who receive hate in the NFL, Bach, who would you say they are? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they play for the same team. And it's not the team you think. What are the 2 players who receive the most hate from fans around the league?
I would say Mahomes and Kelsey are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's the thing because it fell into that Brady and Gronk. Right? Like it kind of works that way. There were people like Brady eased his way out. That dude won a Super Bowl ring at his second home. At Tampa. Mind you.
Still incredible. Even though we know it's happened, but that is incredible.
At Tampa, bro. It's the thing.
By the way, players to average 27 and 6. LeBron, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Jalen Johnson.
Like, listen to me. That is a short roll call. There's 4 players in the NBA who could get into that room. Like, okay, here's the thing. We've got the best catering you can imagine, but only for people who average 27 and 6. Those are the only people whose key will work in the door. And LeBron's one of the 4 or 5. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you go into the room, he's got 2 teammates that weren't far from being in that room. He's joining Tyrese Maxey. What was his numbers?
Tyrese Maxey was 5th in the league in scoring at 28.3 per game. Let's see. His rebounds were at 4 and assists at 6.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown was 4th in the league at scoring, 28.7 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Hey, that's a pretty good 3, but hey, wait a minute, there's more. What about the former MVP, the big guy in the middle?
See, his numbers were here. I'm having trouble. There we are. Joel Embiid, former MVP, 26.9 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
Hey, Bach, if people aren't mad about what the Sixers have pulled off this offseason, if you're not mad about that, this is criminal.
Again, they didn't. All they had to give up was Paul George.
Has there ever been a team with 4 20-point scorers at the same on the roster at the same time? Has that ever happened? 3 7 rebound guys on the roster? Has that ever happened?
I'm not sure.
I can't even begin to. Has there ever been a team that had 4 20-point scorers on the roster at the same time? In the starting lineup at the same time? The Sixers are going to be super villains, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be – that is bananas.
Well, again, I have to keep reminding me, it's like when the big 3 was there in Boston and Rondo was coming up, it was really kind of a big 4. Edgecombe's going to be an all-star. And some of these numbers, somebody's going to have to give up some of their numbers similar to what happened in Boston there, but
Edgecombe averaged 16.5, man. What are we doing?
He is a budding star.
if the lowest scorer on your team is Edgecombe and your starting lineup at 16.6 points a game, those are super villains, bruh. That Sixer team, those are super villains. Here's the other part, Dan. Embiid he's not even going to have to play. He and LeBron are going to they're going to take the 20-plus point scorer, 7 rebound guys, will take half the season off and rest for the playoffs. And, hey, Edgecombe, more shots for you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to stay healthy for the postseason, but I don't expect LeBron and Joel Embiid to play the required amount to win awards, right?
Listen to me. That they win getting off the bus. They win getting off the bus. This is some Kentucky back in the day sort of stuff. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy how good this team is. The supervillains of the National Basketball Association are the Philadelphia 76ers. And you got to blame somebody, and I'm going to blame the Boston Celtics. Because you allowed this to happen.
I still blame Jason Tatum's. That injury is never the worst thing that happened to the Celtics.
Boston, I'm throwing my fist to the sky. You allowed this to happen. This is terrible. Listen, people hated the Lakers. The level of Sixer hate is going to shoot through the sky. 4 legitimate all-stars in your starting lineup. Has there been a team that had 4 all-stars in their starting lineup?
Well, you get back to that Golden State team that Kevin Durant jumped to.
No, but Durant was on the bench.
What do you mean?
Durant, Draymond, Steph.
Clay.
That's the level we're talking about. Wow. Hoo-wee, bruh. Bach, this is frightening.
It is.
To say it out loud, frightening. Bill and Bennett, I got you, bro. He goes, yeah, the Philly fans got my vote for the worst. He goes, they once bombarded Santa Claus, who was just waving at children, and they hit him with snowballs. You're absolutely right. And they had a jail in the basement of their stadium for those who misbehave. How did the texter says this Brunson earned himself a good bit of hate? How? Isn't Brunson one of the most likable people in the NBA?
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of. I mean, obviously, anybody at the top, there's people aiming for you, but I don't see a whole lot of hatred.
He's one of the most likable people in the NBA, opponent and fan. So I'm not sure with that. Mailman says this: he's a great basketball player, but I didn't appreciate when he called himself the GOAT. I love Larry Bird, and he never had to. Well, let me tell you. He never said it in social media because social media didn't exist with Larry Bird. But Larry Bird told everybody in the building from the moment he arrived to the moment he left, he was the baddest dude on the planet. Larry Bird talked trash. Listen, let's not do that. Larry Bird was a dude, and he let you know he was a dude. And I can vouch for that personally because I had seats right behind the Celtics bench. I had seats literally right behind so for the Wizards, for the Bullets back in the day, I had the front row seats right behind the opponent bench. And Larry Bird gave the business. He talked mad trash. He wasn't as bad as Barkley. Barkley threw Gatorade at us on a regular basis. Dave Braska. Only one ball, one hoop. Listen, if Nebraska went at transfer portal and got 4 20-point scorers at the same time, we would have parades on O Street from the first tip to the end of March Madness.
Well, just think about it too. I mean, yes, to that point, like the Chris Bosh, the Ray Allens, it's going to happen. You're going to have to give up some of your personal points per game and all that. But think about the Waves. You never have to go a lineup without 2 all-stars on the court. Like, you can keep. That's ridiculous.
These are all high assist guys.
Yeah.
These are all passers. These are all elite passers. All 5 of them are 4 assist plus guys. All of them kick. All of them can distribute. All of them can facilitate. When you talk about literally, you're going to have to drag your big out there to deal with Embiid's big butt, who will shoot threes at you, and then LeBron will post up some small forward and wear him out. Like this is supervillains being born.
I mean, there's 2 former MVPs on the roster. I don't think either of them are going to be the 2 leading scorers on the team.
Right. They'll be 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. We'll take a break. More one-on-one.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Remember your first Salt Dogs game? Maybe it was a class trip out on the berm, or date night with actual fireworks, or team building that didn't feel like work at all. For 25 seasons, Haymarket Park remains Lincoln's place for firsts like these, the kind that last. Because it's more than a baseball game. It's the joy of being here together. These are the traditions that bring us home. So here's to you, Lincoln. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2% for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, this 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
From the text line, Lance says, hey, Bird is the trash-talking goat. Yeah, Bird talk that talk. Yeah, Thunder Knock Collins says, yeah, I'm a Celtics fan and I don't hate Brunson. That's an odd take. BK All Day says Brunson is the GOAT. Listen, he currently is a hot property. He and it's a great story. Undervalued, disrespected, like all those things in play. Again, even as he was doing it, he had people disrespect him. You know, I mean, when Becky Hammond says there's no way a Brunson-led team wins a title, which was odd coming from another undersized guard. I was like, I just raised my hand. I was like, look in the mirror. What are we talking about? What are we doing? It was there. Texas says this. Yeah, now that you mentioned Sam would look quite natural in the Duke uniform. 100%.
I was pretty worried about the potential there.
100%.
What about him looks natural in the Duke uniform, by the way?
Everything. Everything.
Just asking.
Everything. Poster boy, style of play. You know, if we put him in the Duke uniform, there's tons of evidence. We can go back to Cooper Kupp and look and see what that would look like. If you said Cameron Boozer and company and say, listen, style of play, production, etc., that is Boozer that much better of a player? Did he have that much better of a year? The difference between being the number 3 pick and Bryce Sanford?
Well, yeah.
If you're doing that at Duke, if he's having the year he had at Nebraska for Duke, he's the number 3 player chosen.
Well, and again, with this whole conversation, he's gonna have to, and he had times where Hoiberg had to ride the refs. The defenses are gonna do that again. If he went to Duke again, you've got that opens up the court for Bryce Sanford.
Yep.
So that's why I said there was. I have to assume there had to be some thoughts about what was best for his future.
Oh, we all gulped.
Oh yeah,
we all took a deep breath and went, please don't go. Please don't go. And again, I think over the course of the next few months, even as football progresses, that a big part of the narrative for me, twofold, that to give Sanford his flowers for the year that he had and for the commitment to the University of Nebraska and coming back, because there's so many things that could have been done. So I want to there will be some time just giving flowers to him. And then secondly, giving flowers to Braden Frager, who also could have gone. And there's a whole different list of Power 4 programs that would love to have his talent and skill on their roster in their starting lineup. So for both of them, and I don't know how much of the decision was made together. They've got a presser tomorrow, maybe. They've got one coming up. I just got the note from Seamus that there's a basketball presser coming up, which would be interesting in that space to ask those questions and talk that talk. But I do want to give flowers to them because, again, choices made, and they decided to come back to the University of Nebraska. So for all the things we talk about in transfer portal, NIL, revenue share, all those things, they're two young men who made the choice. And we can have that same discussion about Nebraska volleyball. We could have that same discussion because the highest, the most popular athlete, female athlete in the country, college athlete in the country, resides on campus. And to just say I'm coming back is a wonderful thing. As a matter of fact, she may have just policied her way into another year of eligibility. That was part of the conversation. Anyway, we'll take a break. Second hour, 101 coming up.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Play ball!
Some places just feel like home. In Lincoln, that place is Haymarket Park. For 25 seasons, it's where we gather with friends, with family, and our out-of-towners who want that same warm welcome. It's where kids catch their first foul ball, where we're all neighbors for at least 9 innings. Because when Salt Dogs fans root for our home team, there isn't a single stranger in the stands. So come one, come all, and let your local tradition play on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Whether it's a range session to get accurate club distances, 18 holes with some buddies, or a one-on-one lesson with Back Nine's PGA teaching professional, their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators are there to help you lower your score in perfect conditions. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake. Back Nine Golf, the premier indoor golf experience.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work.
especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hour number 2. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Next time you've been busy. Thank you. Dave Braska says Sanford needs to shoot 20 times and Frager 15 times for the Huskers to win next season. We were having a discussion off air before the show as to who would be the number 3 scorer for Nebraska this year. If we assume that Sanford and Frager are 1A and 1B or 1 and 2, who's 3? Bach, what say you?
Obviously with all the newcomers in, you don't know how quite they'll fit in, but I think Sam Orm seems to be a good bet, at least what I would think. And I do want to remind people, Connor Essegian was the 3rd leading scorer 2 years ago. So, that's kind of most of his utility is in scoring, but that could be a big part of it.
If we just stuck with those 4 players, how do you line those 4 up? What positions do you play them?
Well, if you put like Trayvon Linhart, I think it would still be your point guard.
Okay.
So I think you could just slide him in there.
Okay.
Then I suppose Essegian as your off guard shooting guard. Orm obviously is your center. Yeah. So you got to decide between Price and. Well, I'd probably put Price at small forward.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm
Frager
asking.
Power forward?
This is not that easy. It's not that simple. And I did not have the full clarity to say, okay, I think this is number 3. I mean, imagine in their minds that they're working out and practicing. They have a pretty good idea about who option 3 would be. And I think it's also who's on the floor together along the way. And there are certain people that know where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing, and it's in play. Bach, we were talking about NIL and value and otherwise. Bach and I were having a discussion over who the college female athlete was who had the greatest valuation, the highest valuation when it comes to name, image, and likeness. Not in endorsement deals, but just in the valuation, just the number that they put at the top of it. And we thought pretty robustly, it would be Harper Murray. But it's not. It's not. It's Miss Johnson from LSU basketball. And I was stunned because I thought Harper Murray would be the one, right? That should be top of it. Bergen Riley, Andy Jackson, those three, and then any accumulation of anybody else in those spaces was pretty crazy. But then ask Bach, what female athlete makes the most money?
I would say it was Flau'jae Johnson, right?
No, pro athlete.
Oh, pro athlete.
Most money in 2025. The most money. What athlete? What athlete? Give me a female athlete that you think make the most money.
Let's see.
Would some would immediately go Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, I think when you start to kind of think about how money is made, you might, or what sports. I think like the tennis in the golf, kind of those individual sports, you might be able to make more.
So who would be the most popular, highly endorsed female tennis player in the world?
Coco Gauff.
Yep, $33 million.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's
33 by a lot. By a lot. 33 pinky to the mouth $1 million. I would not have guessed that. I simply would not have guessed that. And that's amazing to me. So again, with 101, Bach and I go down to the rabbit holes and you try to figure out where we would end up. Yeah, that was kind of the thing. Bach, if I asked you, and this is text line, if I asked you to name 3 female college athletes, not Huskers, Bach, how many could you name? And I think basketball is where you would go. Basketball and volleyball are the 2 places you would go.
Yeah, generally.
Right? Who could you name? The best, right? We have to refocus. Who's the best college female basketball player in the country? There's only one. I know everybody wants to line up. And LSU will have its say, and South Carolina. But that girl, USC, listen, USC had her, and they did what they did last year without her.
Yeah, Juju Watkins.
But Juju's Juju. Like that. Everybody else took an exhale and took a step up because Juju wasn't playing. But there's so many opinions on women's sports, collegiate sports, without knowledge of women's sports. Right? We can name the best volleyball players in the country, but the ones that we're going to name here are Huskers. And we're going to go to volleyball Big Ten media in Chicago in a week or so. And Nebraska is the story. Even with Penn State, Wisconsin in the building, it's going to be about Nebraska. Right? The undefeated regular season tournament, then you go in to do what you do. But man, this is a thing that happens. So we need to kind of spread out and pay attention to what's happening outside of the space to know what's happening in the space. And shout out to Nebraska bowling. I was told a thing yesterday that a professional women's bowler meeting, they were looking at endorsers and content creators and media people and several people in the room raised their hand and said, hey, there's this guy in Lincoln, Nebraska that follows women's bowling. Think about it, in the room that is the professional women's tour. Shannon Pluharski is top 10. Crystal Elliott, Jillian Martin, who just won a recent tournament. Coach Julia Bond is in the top of it. Kayla Verstraete is now in the tour. Nebraska is pretty well represented on the professional women's tour. Shout out to Coach Klempa and what they've done here, because it's really a thing. And there's a couple of young ladies who are next in line. So shout out to that. Yeah, Texter, I mean, that's the thing, right? That you can't – it's really difficult when you talk about women's sports. Nebraska has its own bubble over it when it comes to women's sports. It does women's athletics at a high level. It used to be Stanford. Stanford used to be the place where if you were a women's college athlete, Stanford was where you wanted to go. And it still may be the place, quite frankly. But in the Big Ten, if you play volleyball, who has the experience, the student athlete experience and the fan experience that Nebraska volleyball has? There's no program in the country.
No.
Not Texas, not Florida, none of them. None of them. I mean, again, you're going to play where the Cowboys play, you're going to play where the Cubs play this year. Just for starters. That's a pretty cool thing to hang your hat on. And softball, you were the bells of the ball. You were the story. It's pretty amazing. I think what would have to happen for it to become complete is women's basketball. Women's basketball becoming elite. Big Ten top 3. But that's a tough sell. Because the Big Ten Conference in women's basketball is just as competitive as it is in men. Fair?
That's defending champion.
Right? Is it possible for Nebraska women's basketball to move up to where the men did, to have a Sweet 16 season?
Oh, for sure.
Like, we can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a thing. Like, we could do that. We could do that. The headline in sports today was, of course, LeBron James joining the Philadelphia 76ers and what that looked like. And again, there is a huge vortex of LeBron hate, and then there are people that, but as a basketball fan, as a sports fan, watching one of the greats to ever do it move into a situation where he's going to play with Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, put LeBron next to him, and VJ Edgecombe. And Bach pointed out a thing during the break as well. Bach, there are some free agents who have the freedom to take minimums to play with that group of 76ers. Amongst those players who could, and you would just think, right, what do you need? Maybe a backup big, but your backup big is one of the leading blocks per minute players in the NBA. So you've got a big behind Embiid. Started 18 games for you last season. Right? It's not Drummond, but you got another one, right? Averaged almost, over 1.5 blocks per game. Like, it's a thing. But there are some free agents out there. And there's some names. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Bradley Beal. There are some folks.
Draymond Green.
There are some folks, Jalen Durham, who could take the minimum and, as you said, ring chase. and we're not bothered by that. We're not bothered by that. That to say that one of those players could end up suiting up next to that 5. Bach, as a fan of the Boston Celtics, who do you want them to bring in? Who do you want the Celtics to bring in from that? What do they need?
Well, again, they had problems. The problem is for the Celtics is their biggest problem with the 76ers was Joel Embiid. So they need a defensive big. They hope they feel like they got that at least in Mitchell Robinson to pair with Neemias Queta, but they need some all-stars. I mean, they need Paul George to reverse time. Maybe he can do that come playoff time.
Who wants to play with Paul George?
I mean, he's a solid team player. I mean, he's a good shooter.
Right, but I mean, so again,
but I don't know if it's a draw.
It's a thing. Texas says is back, and I find it it gets funnier all the time. That Texas says James needs to call it and hang up shoes and just watch his son. Again, he's one of, is it 4 or 5 players who averaged 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists?
Yeah, he's one of 4.
He's one of 4 in his last year of the NBA. He's one of 4 players that contributed those 3 things at that level.
I just find that so odd too. It's like, whether you like him, dislike, whatever, at least you feel some way about him. You just want him to leave. That's like Tom Brady leaving or something. It's like, he should. I just don't want to watch him anymore. He's one of the greatest of all time. Why don't you want to see more greatness?
It's the Travis Kelce conversation.
Yeah, he's been having that for years.
Right. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me
because they're not as great as they once were. But that doesn't mean they're not.
They were
generational
the first.
Right.
Like, it's the thing. They're players. Kansas City Royals. That you have one of the greats, one of the greatest catchers to ever play the game. Let that man play. Like, why would you say, well, it's time for him to hang it up? No, he hangs it up when he's earned the right to hang it up when he wants to hang it up. Right? Is that a fair?
Yeah. I mean, unless they're like getting in the way, I guess. I don't know, but
what player in the Royals minor league is going to give you more than he gives you? There isn't any. And if you're a Royals fan and you bought tickets to watch them play, who are you? It's Bobby Witt, and then
he is hitting close to the Mendoza line, so it does need to step it up a little bit now.
Well,
but they've been saying that for him for years too, and he's been solid.
It's the thing, right? If we said, who are those players that we continually put in this conversation of they should hang it up? Right, the Kelce is the one, right? But
yeah,
he said this is his last year, right? He said this is the thing. I mean, the NFL season's in play. Like we're at training camp now. Like there are people. Matter of fact, the funny thing, if to listen to my Cowboy fan friends talk about Dak, and I just went, Dak's still young, right? Like, Dak's not playing in the bottom third of quarterbacks of the NFL. Right? Top third?
Yeah.
Right? Dak's still in the top third. I can't think of 11 quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott in the NFL.
Fair statement. Yeah, 32 years old now.
32 years old. Give me the top 10 quarterbacks in football. The first ones that come to mind.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow.
3.
I think we got to give Drake May some credit for what he did last year.
Do we?
I mean, I would.
Do we?
He was right up there for MVP. Matthew Stafford was MVP, so I suppose he belongs to the conversation.
That's 5. Give me 5.
Sam Darnold. Are you ready to put Sam Darnold up there?
It's your list. You can't be. It's your list.
Okay.
6. There's a Super Bowl MVP just lingering.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it's just not bad. There's a rookie of the year who beat out some of the people who are on this list.
Like Caleb Williams.
Yeah. It's just there's a guy in DC who, quite frankly, outplayed both of them.
There's some good players in the
right.
NFL,
Like it's a thing. It's funny to me. So I was asked to be on a show back east in Charlotte, and as they're having the conversation, and they asked me who the best quarterback in the NFL was. And I did not, Bach, am I wrong in saying that I'm not going to call Josh Allen the best quarterback in the NFL until Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl?
I think that's fair. A lot of people would agree with you.
Right? Like if you can't win that big game, one, we want him to get to the Super Bowl, right? Like I don't think that's unfair.
Right.
Right? So if we said that, and I want to be careful, But I don't want to give him credit for being the best quarterback in the NFL until he beats people who've proven that they can beat him in a meaningful game. In the most important game of the year, Josh Allen has not outplayed his opponent. Like, we can say that. He's never finished his season with a win in the NFL. And I think that's the best way to say that. I can't call him the best quarterback in the NFL until he wins the final game of his season. Fair?
I think that's fair. And I think you're in a good spot. Like, well, the last couple of years, I've just been like, well, obviously it's Patrick Mahomes. But now I think you can have a debate about it. And you've got certainly like historical guys like Aaron Rodgers, career-wise, you can argue. Like I said, I mean, you could argue Stafford right now. He's the MVP. Or you could argue who brought the Super Bowl home if you want to count championships, Sam Darnold.
It is funny. We were having that most hated and, hey, it's time to hang it up conversation. Aaron Rodgers is
one of them. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is would you put Kirk Cousins in that conversation?
I think Kirk Cousins is finally I think Kirk Cousins, if he was still a starter, maybe he would. And he might start
He's
going
to start this year.
He's going to start
He's
this year.
going into camp as their starter.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not wrong.
But it's an obvious, only a matter of time until Mendoza takes over.
Father time just hanging out staring at Kirk Cousins.
I love Kirk Cousins. He can play as long as he wants.
I just think that maybe the most likable guy in the NFL. That quarterback series did a great job of showing, my goodness gracious. First of all, he's a savant. And I'm not sure there's anybody that knows their game as well as Kirk Cousins, right? A quarterback that knows his game. So yeah, I think that's a fair thing. If I asked you who the best player in the NFL is going into this season, who would you say? Text line, feel free. This is your chance to rattle. Who going into 2026 is the best player in the NFL? Bach, what say you?
That's tough.
And we were going to top 10 quarterbacks and didn't mention the multiple MVP.
Who'd we miss?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I gotta mention Lamar Jackson.
We didn't mention Lamar.
That's what I'm saying. You say top 10. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. We didn't mention Bo Nix. We didn't mention what's his name? Justin Herbert.
Right.
There's some good quarterbacks.
I'm just pointing that out. That
we didn't mention Jacoby Brissett, right? is that up there?
Shedeur Sanders. Yeah.
yeah.
So listen, I have my own opinion.
Is Myles Garrett the best player in the NFL? I might lean that way.
Again, I think the best player in the NFL has to win the last game of the season.
I think the Cleveland though.
But that's just it.
Yeah.
That's just it. I mean, the argument against Barry Sanders ever being the best running back in history was that I'm not sure he was the best player in the NFL. Even there was the 2,000-yard season, right? But was there an era where he was the best player in the NFL? He couldn't beat John Riggins and those Redskins. He couldn't beat Mark Rippon and those Redskins. He couldn't.
But football's such a team sport.
But if you're playing on a bad team, I don't think that you can. It's like winning the Heisman Trophy. Can you be the best player in the country and not be on the best team or on a good team? Everybody would tell you that Ndamukong Suh was the best player in college football that year, but he didn't win the Heisman Trophy, and folks are still mad about it.
Yeah.
So you have to win, and it's that thing. Winning the last game of your season certainly matters, but winning an important game. If he had just won his conference title, I can have that discussion about him. I've had issue with Houston and the Klingler, Andre Ware, that group of quarterbacks who were stat stuffers, but did they play in a meaningful game in that season to determine the outcome of that season? And I think that's important. The old adage used to be best player, best team, but I'm not sure you could do that anymore.
Well, it's so interesting, too, in the expansion of the college football playoff. Are we still going to do the Heisman as a regular season award? Because it's pretty diminished when you have a 2014 playoff, I would think.
Bruh, like I'm in full, right? I'm in full with that. Texas says this team success is not a valid measurement of individual rankings. Wrong. Wrong. Stop. Listen, if you take a great player and ask him if it is more important for him to be the best player in the league or for him to be on the best team in the league, what will they answer? If you ask a high school player that when you choose your college program, are you more interested in being a star or winning a national championship? The answer tells you a lot. Bach?
Yeah, I mean you'll get some different answers, but most people want to win.
I want that chip.
Yeah,
I want that chip. We'll go to break. We'll come back to the text line. You guys have loaded up. We'll be right back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
Play ball!
Some places just feel like home. In Lincoln, that place is Haymarket Park. For 25 seasons, it's where we gather with friends, with family, and our out-of-towners who want that same warm welcome. It's where kids catch their first foul ball, where we're all neighbors for at least 9 innings. Because when Salt Dogs fans root for our home team, there isn't a single stranger in the stands. So come one, come all, and let your local tradition play on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Whether it's a range session to get accurate club distances, 18 holes with some buddies, or a one-on-one lesson with Back Nine's PGA teaching professional, their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators are there to help you lower your score in perfect conditions. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake. Back Nine Golf, the premier indoor golf experience.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs, quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside's margaritas and old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back. We're all over the place. That's what One-on-One does. That's what we do. I'll tell you. I started the show by saying a thing. That we will have a new lineup August 1st. And we'll announce that lineup Monday. AD shared with folks that he was moving on after at the end of July. His business is booming, and he wants to devote attention to it. All the hours of prep required to do what we do, he's got a very fruitful business, and it's growing, and he wants to give it the proper attention, which makes all the sense in the world. So then we've got to move some things around and got to figure out what the new lineup should look like, and we're headed into a full Husker football season in high school sports. Yes, we will still, even with Nick gone, we will have a full schedule of high school games called. We won't lose any of that. I don't know if people remember this, Bach, but we do have a professional play-by-play guy on staff here.
Oh, we do?
Like somebody that's actually called pro games and college games and minor league games. We do. Matter of fact, they've called games for the ticket. Yeah. I think we'll handle that. Plus, we got a lot of young talent that wants to take that on. And listen, I'm still going to push Bach to get back out there. I'm pushing Bach to get back and do some play-by-play. I think basketball.
It's been a while.
I think basketball would be his thing, but I want to get you out there, Bach. Get you out the gate. But so we'll have a new lineup, and we'll have a full assortment of college and pro games that we're going to carry throughout the season. We have partners who provide those games to us, and I'll just give you a quick run through on some of the games that we're going to carry. College football that are available to us, and that schedule starts for college football. Starts in August with San Jose State and USC, Miami and Stanford that first week, and I'm not sure which game we're going to carry in that one. We were offered North Carolina and TCU from Dublin, Ireland. September 5th, Boise State at Oregon. We'll get a Big Ten look at Oregon September 5th, September 12th, the Buckeyes of Ohio State and Texas.
Not a bad game.
Not a bad game. September 19th, LSU, Ole Miss.
That one's going to be spicy.
Oklahoma, Georgia at Sanford Stadium. The national game, just for knowledge, we won't be able to carry it. But national game, the Huskers will be the national game October 10th against Indiana.
Okay.
It will be the national game. So that
they're betting on the Huskers going undefeated. There you go.
Yep.
Now we know it.
In the pool, September 9, it's the Seminoles of Florida State and the Crimson Tide of Alabama. September 12th, we get Iowa State and Iowa. Go Cyclones. September 26th, Oregon and the Trojans of Southern Cal. The following week, you get the Texas Longhorns versus Tennessee Volunteers. October 3rd, you get the Buckeyes against the Hawkeyes. Same day, later in the day, Washington versus SC. Texas and Oklahoma in the Red River Classic. You'll get Georgia and Alabama on the same day. 2 games spread out over the course of that day. Buckeyes, Indiana, October 17th. Auburn, Georgia. A&M and Alabama. Indiana versus Michigan on October 14th. The Buckeyes versus the Trojans on Halloween night. Penn State versus Washington. Trojans versus Hoosiers. A&M versus Oklahoma. Big Ten championship, December 5th will be carried here. You'll also get, let's see who else is on the list. Ole Miss, Texas, Penn State, Michigan, and more. So there's a full assortment of college games that will find your way. You'll be able to broadcast. You'll be able to sit in your car and listen to those games right here on the ticket. And then for the NFL, to let you know what that looks like. Sunday, we will have early game, afternoon game, night game on Sundays. 3 games every Sunday.
All day long.
All day long on the brick and mortar. And then we will still stream local ticket content. So we'll have full content on Saturday and Sunday. Our pregame show will be 3 hours as it has been. Our postgame show will be, depending on the time of the game, early games it'll be 3 hours, late games it'll be TBA, because we'll still have the postgames. But the question is how late you want to run into it. But we've got a big staff, so that certainly plays into it. So as we have these layouts and discussions, we'll know. We'll make some decisions on Royals coverage and high school coverage, because the number of games that we carry with each, that'll come into play. So we will have that to have that discussion. The NFL schedule is crazy. We've got 3 preseason games on August 15, August 22nd, August 28th, and then that'll take us into the season opener in September. So, Bach, it's a schedule.
I love it, especially when we get to this. We've done this for a few years now, but these shows where we get announced that you can taste it. It's right around the corner. I mean, there's not one game that you mentioned that I'm going, I'm not one that I'm just not intrigued by it. No, I'm intrigued by everyone.
This is it's and it's cool. I have to be, full disclosure, as a Washington football fan, and having been in this business for as long as I've been in it, I'm never going to get over. This is where I do the Rock goosebumps on the arm thing. That I'm never going to get used to the fact, and I'm never going to devalue when I get to turn on my station and hear the Washington play on the station. Like my brother pointed out a thing. He goes, "So are you going to put yourself in the broadcast?" And I was like, "You know what? On the ticket, I can do.
Yeah. Hey,
this is 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Washington Commanders." Like,
you could even do a post game or something like that if you wanted.
Bach, you listen to me.
Yeah.
I resisted. So I got a full disclosure. I got a phone call from the Commanders, and it's somebody who knows me and knows that I own the station. And they said, "Hey, do you guys do NFL Flagship?" And I was like, "Yes." And they said, "So it seems like a pretty simple decision for you to carry the Commanders, all the Commanders games." And I went, "It does." I was like, that's a great idea. And a part of me, see, I don't ask for much from the station. Like, I don't take like the amount of money I should take from, like, I didn't do high school games because I wanted the young staff to get the reps. We send other people to games to cover events, right? But there's a part of me, Bach. There's a part of me that was like on the marquee outside where it says, you can catch all of the Kansas City Royals games here on the ticket. Yeah. There's a part of me. Oh, Bach.
It'd be so confusing for out-of-towners to come and be like, what? Why?
Well, but I mean, it's the same thing. We did Broncos games.
Yeah.
We did Vikings games, right?
Yeah, but those are all regional. It makes a little more sense too.
Minnesota is not regional.
We claim it because there aren't enough close teams, gosh darn it.
Not. The nation's capital is more connected to Lincoln, Nebraska than Minneapolis. You stop it. You stop it.
Well, that's
right
with the whole America's team. DC should be America's team, right? I mean, maybe there should be more of a connection.
You are correct, fine sir.
Or Landover, I mean.
But it really, Bach, I'm just telling you. I sat at my desk and I was still on the call. Like, I was on speakerphone and I just forgot to respond. And I just went through all the boxes to check in my head of, that's a fantastic idea. Like, why not? I mean, you got Star Power, you got Jaden Daniels. You got a thing. You played in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. You weren't very good last year, but being good has nothing to do with whether you carry the games or not. Because the Broncos weren't good at all when we carried their games, and neither were the Vikings. So then it was, okay, so what do we do? And then I thought, exhale. No. Do what's right for the people. I did ponder pursuing the Chiefs.
Yeah, that makes some sense.
I did ponder that, but then the Bears fans stood up and said, "Sir, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing?" So I just took the best of the NFL. That was oh, Bach.
Which I love though too, because that's what if you are in your car and flipping on, and you want the game that people are talking about, right? And that's what we're gonna have.
We have the game. We have the games of the week,
right?
In all of those aspects, sir.
But yes, thanks for falling on that sword for us.
Sir, boy, that grenade hit me right in the gut. It hit me right in the gut. Y'all can never question whether I love y'all or not. Because if I was a selfish jerk, it would be the Washington Commanders flagship station. It absolutely would. I absolutely went on the grenade in full. Here's a question for you, and on the text line, and I'll ask this as well. Are there other we can't get the Nebraska broadcast. What other college should we pursue? Is there a college local that we should pursue? Games that you would listen to if they were on the ticket. Text line, if there's any that resonate with you, put it in the text line. We'll read it when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since 48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate.
Right here in Lincoln, young people are waiting for someone like you. At Big Brothers Big Sisters, mentoring happens out in the community. Grabbing ice cream, shooting hoops, playing music, or just hanging out and talking. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, spending time, and building a positive, consistent connection with a young person. Just a few hours each month can make a lasting impact. Be big. Start something life-changing today. Learn more at bbbsmidlands.org. Attention all golfers. If your Sunday is free this upcoming weekend, listen up. The 12th annual charity tournament for Clinic with the Heart takes place on Sunday, July 26th at 8 a.m. at Highlands Golf Course, and spots are available in this four-man scramble. It's $400 per team with lunch included, plus giveaways and a silent auction. Register your foursome by this Friday, July 24th by clicking the link at the top of the McKinney's Irish Pub Facebook page. It's the 12th annual Clinic with the Heart charity tournament, 8 a.m. this Sunday at Highlands. Sponsored by Tipsy Tina's, McKinney's, Off Leash Dog Bar, 825, Salt Mine City, and Michelob Ultra.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Final segment. Bob says, too bad you didn't grow up in Pittsburgh. I was a Steelers fan for a very long time. As a matter of fact, my high school coach blocked a punt for the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Reggie Harrison. Reggie was the reason why I kept playing football and became a starter, was Reggie Harrison. He retired. He's probably the best football player to ever play at my high school. That's a statement because we had some dudes. But Reggie Harrison blocked a punt for the Steelers against the Cowboys. The rest of the males in my family are all Steelers fans. They go to Steelers games every year. The rest of my family is Steelers fans because that was what was on TV. Back then, the Redskins weren't on TV each week because they weren't very good, and there was only one game being shown. So you got what you got. So you saw the Steelers a lot, and they threw the ball, and they had Preston Pearson before he went to the Cowboys, and then the receivers that they had were guys that I wanted to play like. So I go back to the Steelers, Jefferson Street, Joe Gillum, man. I'm listen, man. I in my closet there's a 17 Steelers jersey to this day. So, but I got in trouble in the last segment when I mentioned being offered by the Commanders to being asked to carry their games. A buddy of mine, okay, Siege, is with another organization that I was once working for, the Carolina Panthers. And what do you mean the Commanders offered you? We thought we were the only ones. I never said you were the Carolina was the only team to offer me the rights to broadcast their games. You're one of a couple. Because, yeah, but you didn't mention us. No, I did not. I didn't think it was fair for Nebraska fans to have to listen to Panther games. This isn't the Cam Newton Panthers. Like, this isn't the day where it was like a thing. No, wouldn't do it.
You just stay with the NFC South altogether. We need somebody to get out of there and start leading that.
The NFC was a whole thing, man. The AFC, I could probably get away with picking somebody, but the Panthers Panthers, Ravens, Commanders I've had those conversations. But I love Lincoln fans enough. I'll give them the best of the NFL rather than my favorites in the NFL. So consider that the win. Bach, what are you in the black shirt talking about today?
Well, I got to get his opinion on LeBron James and what's going on there. So we'll talk plenty about that. Also, just so much going on throughout sports. So yeah, we'll get his opinion on that, and he's also got his countdown ready. So I think today
40
is 43.
43.
And I think he might have a favorite 43.
Maybe. All right. Don't go anywhere. Find out what Bach and the Black Shirt are up to on a Friday in Lincoln, Nebraska here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original.